Feeling good. Episode.
Man, how awesome was last week's episode?
How awesome is it that we're wearing the same shirt again? I love it. Not even planned.
Not on purpose.
But we look good anyways. So here we go. Last week it was awesome. We had Neil Tunna and Matt Williams in, rocking and rolling with us, dropping some knowledge bombs. And man, we were feeling good. I'll tell you what, I've gone back through that thing. I've taken notes myself because I was like leaning in, listening to what they had to say. But I'll tell you what.
A lot of good stuff.
World-class information. There is a lot of world-class information on there. Coming from a guy that, Matt Williams, he was the Robbie Redford looking dude. That's a guy that's been an international rugby coach, like the biggest level you could be. And we got to have him right here talking to us and talking to you guys too. And that's what we want to do, is making sure that we're giving you that world-class information. So that way you can go out and learn from these guys. Like, what they're doing is no different than what you can do. And that's the coolest part.
And I don't think it's a coincidence either that they're succeeding at the highest level possible with that mindset. I don't think that's a coincidence one bit.
No. And you saw, if you listen to it, there's nothing crazy going on. Michael Faber, what's going on, baby? We see you popping on here, loving that. Yeah, be sure to type in. Comment in if you're popping in. We love seeing those comments roll in. We love interacting with you guys because we want this to be interactive. Like, yes, we're very good-looking dudes, so come on here and just look at and listen to. But we want this to be interactive. If you got questions, be sure to pop them on. But man,
Shannon's on.
That's Shannon on there. Yeah, Shannon's on. I like that. I love it. Hey, so be sure to pop in there. Let us know where you're messaging from. Let us know where you're watching from, and all that good stuff. So we're gonna get into it. So often, every year, what happens? Every year, New Year's comes around.
We get those resolutions.
And those resolutions start coming. But I'll tell you this. How many of those resolutions do we actually follow through on, right? A lot of times it's like an idea that says, hey, I want to do this, I want to do that, but we don't follow through. And reality is over 25% of people, don't even make it through the first week, right? Don't even make it through the first week. Mandy, what's happening? So
I just think
fix that.
I just think it's come to a point where we get fired up about something, somebody thinks they're fired up about something, but in reality, I think they're just telling themselves, oh, that would be cool if I could do that. It's not like an actual, it's not making their soul sing because they don't stick with it.
Yeah. So we're going to dive into that today. We're diving into goal setting and how you can not just achieve your goals, but how can you dominate your goals? Not just oh, that'd be cool. No, this is getting done. We're making this happen, right? Because how many of us have set a goal and not achieved it, right? We've all been there. Don't feel bad if you're in that spot. Everybody's done that. But if we set a goal, and we've thought about this, really this big goal, I want us to achieve it. So we want to try to give you some of those strategies today, right here, on how you can do it. And I'm telling you, it's nothing hard. It's just simple. And you may even look at this and say, hey, I've heard this before. But it's going to take some different things. And that's what we're going to get into. So, sound good? You ready, baby?
Boom. Let's do it.
Step number one, if you want to dominate your goals, you got to create a goal.
You actually have to have a goal.
You have to have a goal. Duh.
Make a goal.
Simple, right? Simple. I like to relate this to going on vacation. If we were going on an all-expense paid vacation, we're going on all expense, you're going to know exactly where you're going. You're going to know where it is. You're going to know what kind of bed you're going to be in. You're going to know what kind of car you're going to be driving. You're going to know all that stuff. When you're going to the restaurant. When we're getting the suntan on, right? Justin Keegley, that's right. Dominate, baby. Dominate. You know that. You're going to know it all. But you've got your goal. We need to have our goal. We need to actually have that goal, right? I think so often we start seeing people just say, I want to achieve. And it's just kind of this ethereal thought process.
Because it would be cool.
Yeah, it'd be cool. But when it push comes to shove, if you were to say, what's your goal? What are you doing? Yeah, that's what we get. I don't know. No, there's not a lot there, right? Can you talk a little bit about what makes a great goal? Can you, because you do a lot of this with your athletes, with your baseball guys,
absolutely,
things like that.
I think one of the most important things with creating a goal has to be your goal.
Amen.
Like how many times do we tell ourselves we want to do something, but like it's not something that we actually want to achieve? You know, that's like me going to dental school to be a dentist, but I don't even want to be a dentist. I just went because my dad wants me to be a dentist. You know what I mean? Would you want me to be working on you if I don't even want to be there?
No, I don't want that. No, I don't want that. I don't want you working on me at all. Don't touch my teeth.
I'd be a good dentist.
I don't know about that.
I don't dominate it.
You dominate it. I hope so. But yeah, let's have your goal.
It's got to be your goal.
It's got to be your goal. And I think that's one of the biggest things that we see a lot of our athletes struggling with is they'll come in and they'll, I want to go to college or I want to do this. But you can tell the fire's not there, or they're playing for somebody else. They're playing for a parent. My mom or my dad really wants me to play baseball, or they really want me to be a great swimmer.
They're not going to do well.
But they don't have that fire. And so all of a sudden we start getting frustrated as an athlete or as a parent because we're not meshed up. And then things start falling off the wayside, distractions start coming in, and we're not dominating anymore.
Especially when things get tough. Like if you're not working towards your goal, like when your back gets against the wall, it's going to be tough to keep going. You know what I mean?
Amen. So it's got to be your goal. But then after that, it's got to be a specific goal. We got to know what that goal is, to a pinpoint, this is what I'm going to do. If you're in business, man, I want to make $1 million, or I want to have 100 clients at my gym, or I want to make this many sales today. Whatever that is, we can have different kinds of goals, but it's got to be specific.
I think the most common, and you probably heard this too since you've been a trainer longer than I have, people come into the new year and they say, I want to lose weight.
I've never heard that.
I want to lose weight, but they don't say how much, and it's it's hard to achieve the goal if you just say, I want to lose weight. It's not specific. Yeah, because
then we could sit there and say, well, is one good? Is 100 good?
1 pound good?
We have no way of celebrating that either, right? But it's got to be specific. We got to know what we're shooting for.
Racing baseball, what's happening, baby?
What? Man,
yeah.
That kid.
Oh, he's got a question.
He'll pop
Hit it, Tanner.
Boom. After that, after you know what your specific goal is, you got to have a timeline.
Yes, sir.
What is this timeline? I come up with goals every single day for myself, right? I come up with weekly goals. I come up with monthly goals. I have yearly goals. I've got lifetime goals.
Big fives.
Right? Yeah, those big fives, those goals every single day that build up to that bigger thing, right? So I think it's not just this, I want to do this huge thing. It's how do we have this huge thing, but then how do we break that down and come backwards and say, okay, what am I going to do today to achieve that thing, that goal, whether it's losing weight, whether it's hitting a certain average, whether it's being a great husband or a great wife, whatever it is. Your goal might be, I want to be a world-class dad, right? What's it take to be a world-class dad? What am I doing each and every day to be a world-class dad?
And I think that's why people get so frustrated too with their goals is they don't make that timeline.
Yeah.
And, if you tell yourself, I want to make $1 million, right off the bat, mentally you think you're going to make $1 million tomorrow. When it's it takes time. What are you going to do today in order to get there?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Working towards that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm going to get off topic a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm going to
do it.
You mind if I get off topic? Thumbs up if I'm okay to get off topic. Okay, boom, thumbs up. I think that's right on the money, right? We live in such an instant gratification kind of timeline, kind of world right now, but we got a couple different seasons, right? We got to sow the seeds, right, where we got to plant them in the ground.
Yep.
Okay. Now everybody always wants to just jump to harvesting, right?
I love this.
Right?
I love this.
They just want to go, I sowed my seed today, so tomorrow I'm going to harvest. But they forget that it takes time to grow, right? That breakthrough, that harvest, it's going to take time to grow. So don't get frustrated if you might be sowing seeds right now in your life, in your relationships, in your work, in your business, in your weight loss, whatever it is, in your sport, whatever. You're sowing seeds. You're doing good work. Keep doing good work. Because the taller a tree gets, the roots have to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And all this stuff that's going to make that tree successful, all that work's going on behind the scenes. You don't even see it.
Yep.
You don't see it. But then all of a sudden one day, you see that like breakthrough, right? And it's like, wow, like there it is. There's that tree. There's that plant. There's that corn. There's that thing, right? And all of a sudden, it starts growing and growing. But it might take a while for that root system to get rocking. Grayson, what's happening, baby? I see you on there, girl. But yeah, you gotta make sure that you're planting those seeds, you're sowing the seeds, but then allowing time to go by for that growth to happen. Because most of that growth happens on the inside or behind closed doors, to where you don't see what's happening.
When you don't even think. When you don't even think something's happening.
Yeah.
It's happening.
Amen.
When you plant that seed.
Amen. And then get ready for the harvest. So, hey, make sure that you're allowing time for that growth. We can't just go right into harvesting. So,
Brian, what's happening, baby?
Grow, then harvest. Yep. So, awesome. So that's
love that. And
I'm going to add one little final piece onto that goal setting. That's step number 1, which is create a goal. You got to know why you're having it, right? You got to get kind of emotional about it. Like, you got to get a little bit of emotion going, because like you said earlier, there's going to come days you're going to be on the edge of your goal, and it's going to get hard. It's going to get tough. You're going to get punched in the gut. Like, life is going to punch you, and it's going to say, how bad do you want this? Yep. Are you going to get back up off the mat and keep moving?
Actually, I wore a shirt earlier that said, how bad do you want it?
How bad do you
want
it?
Eric Thomas, how bad do you want it?
How bad do you want it? Like, are you going to keep moving forward? Boom, another punch, keep going. Another
why, yes.
Boom,
love it,
keep
Tanner.
moving forward. Yeah, that's what it's all about. So you got to know why you're putting in the hard work, because that's coming through. Like, that is what it's all about. So
awesome.
Hey, get ready for it. Boom. So there we go. Step number 1, create goals with all that other good stuff in there. I love it. Hey, be sure to keep popping all your questions in. Keep commenting in.
I need that hat. Tanner wants a hat.
Need that hat? We're going to get some made up here soon. We got something else coming, too, that you might like as well, Tanner. This guy doesn't even know about it. But, yeah, we're going to get some more made.
Tanner, I got to send you that baseball shirt, man. I got to send you that Crucible baseball shirt.
Get it going.
I need to. Let's send him a hat, too.
We'll send him a hat.
What size hat do you wear, Tanner? What size hat you wear, man?
We'll get you going. Boom. There we go.
Awesome.
Let's do it.
That was an awesome step 1.
Step 1. Any questions in here? Any questions? You got something going on there?
When I get done with my wrist injury, I might come in for baseball hoodie.
Yes. Get your mind right. I love that. Medium. I like that. Perfect. Here we go. Step number 1 done. Create your goal. You gotta create it though. You gotta create it. Step number 2. If you want to dominate your goal, dominate it. Gotta write it down. Oh, Ryan, it's so simple. It's so simple. You're not telling me anything new. Okay, so here's my question. If I'm not telling you anything new, are you doing it?
I think that's the disconnect too.
Are you doing
it's
it?
Like you hear somebody tell you to write your goals down, and you're like, oh, I don't need to write them. I remember them. I don't need to write them down. Because it's such a simple action. Mm-hmm. But when you can write your goal down and you can look at what you're trying to achieve every day, it makes it so much easier to keep the blinders on.
Yeah, keep those blinders on, and it makes you be accountable.
Oh, yeah.
Right? If you sit there and say, hey, I want to lose 25 pounds, but I made it to 20, so close enough, and you can kind of change it up in your head, but then you're never satisfied. Like, you can kind of change it, but you're not accountable to it. Boom. You got to be able to evaluate where you're at, right? Yeah, there you go. You can reevaluate it too. Exactly, Tanner. Like, you can keep reevaluating, keep looking at it and say, man, 25 was way too low. I'm going to hit 40, like, or whatever it is, or a business or a relationship, or like, again, you have different standards of how you can reevaluate it, but you got to write it down. There was a study done. I think it was Harvard Business School, right? Harvard Business School. And they did a study on goal setting, okay? I like facts. You like facts? I like facts. Here we go.
like numbers.
I like numbers, okay? They had like 84% of one of their graduating classes had no goals. They just kind of put them up there and they just, I don't really have a goal. I'm just graduating, like, whatever, right? No goals, okay? Then there was another 13%, okay? I know, real specific numbers, that had an idea. They had a goal written down, right? They wrote their goal down. That 13% of people that just simply wrote the goal down, they, in the long run, they made twice as much revenue and money and were twice as successful as the people who had no goals whatsoever.
Combined.
Like, no, we're not even that yet.
Okay.
You're about to get blown away.
Yeah, great.
They had twice as much success as the ones who had no goals at all. Now, there was a upper echelon up there of 3% that had them written down and then had a plan with it. They, over the next 10 years, that 3% that had them written down and a plan made 10 times as much money as the other 97% did combined. That whole group.
That's crazy.
That's cray. So simple. It's like just writing it down and having a plan. Means I'm gonna have like 10 times the chance of being successful. Yeah. It is. It's a simple action with a big reaction. So I know that you're probably sitting there thinking like, well, I've heard that before, Ryan. I heard that before, Joey.
But are you doing it?
Are we doing it?
So are we doing it?
If we're not doing it, it means we're gonna get uncomfortable here for a second. Get ready, snap your band. Boom. Either right. You don't care about your goal, like deep down you don't really care about your goal, or just too lazy to do it. Either way, not good. And either way, we're not going to achieve that goal, right? So if we're getting serious about creating that goal, that we're passionate about, that we've got some energy for, we get that game face on, right? We got to write it down. Got to write it down, and we got to create that plan.
Absolutely.
What do you think?
Love it. I love it.
You got your goals written down?
I do. We got big fives.
Got big fives. We send out big fives each and every week back to each other. Our team does. Say, hey, what are you getting done this week that's going to help you to help at the end of this month? And then we got quarterly goals, and then we got yearly goals, and then we got like big lifetime goals, and it's cray. We love goals.
It holds us accountable, man. Like you and I are like idea. We spark new ideas like every day.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes that hurts us in a way because it's like all these ideas are kind of throwing us off track of those big fives. But with us writing them down, I can sit here and tell you, hey, Ryan, like that's a cool idea, but like let's focus on that big five.
Get focused. Yeah,
get focused.
Hey, so I'm gonna steal this. From a friend of mine who's got a rock star gym. Her name's Trina Gray. She's awesome. She has the acronym WTF. What the focus?
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah, it is family friendly. Don't worry. What the focus? I stole that from her, and I tell myself that all the time because we get distracted off of our goals. We don't get the blinders. No, what the focus? Like, what am I focused on? What is my focus? Where am I going? And it's having that goal, and then when I have it written down, I can be like, oh, that's right. What the focus? Right there. So, boom. There we go.
Absolutely.
Step number two.
Hold on, we got Tanner.
What you got?
Do you scratch off your daily goals?
Yes.
And anything that wasn't a hit gets moved to the goals for.
Yep.
I love checking boxes.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah. I scratch them off. So I'll do either a note card and I'll write them physically down and carry it in my pocket, or I have it on my phone. I have like a little check box and I go boom. But there is something nice about there is like a psychological thing.
It's the dopamine hit. Is what it is.
I love
the dopamine hits.
I love dopamine hits. Just like feels good. So yes, absolutely, Tanner. Absolutely. I love that question, man. That's why you're doing big things. Questions. That's why you're doing good stuff, man. You're ahead of the game for somebody your age and doing big things. So I like that. So boom. So we got one more step. We got 3 steps to dominate your goals. These are the first 2. Create your goals and write your goals down. I know, simple, easy, right? Here we go. You ready for the third most mind-blowing thing? This is the game changer. This is the game sauce. This is the secret sauce. This is what you've all been waiting for right here. You ready? You ready? I haven't even told him. No, I told him. You ready? Lean in if you're ready. You got to take consistent, massive action.
What? Like, are you kidding?
I'm not kidding. You just got to do it. Just do it.
Consistent action?
Consistent, massive
What about
action.
1 day a week?
1 day a week, that might get you there.
No.
No, it ain't going to get you. You got to be consistent, right? You got to be consistent with taking massive action towards that goal. Again, if we really want this thing to happen, we got to get it there. Like, again, if I'm flying on a plane, I hope that plane is consistently flying to my destination. I don't want that plane taking a break halfway through and saying, I'm not flying anymore. No, like, that thing better be consistent. We got to be the same way. If we got a big goal, we got to be consistently achieving each and every day and moving towards that goal, right? We have to, or else we're going to start getting distracted. We're going to start falling off. And it gets real easy to do that. But that's why it's so important to be consistent, be disciplined.
Why massive action? Like, what are those other steps of action that that somebody can take?
So we can do a couple things. What do a lot of people do? Again, massive action. We're going to get adversity with our goals. We're going to get adversity. So we can do a couple things. We can run away, like turn and run, like face everything and run. Fear, acronym, fear. Face everything and run, or we can face everything and rise. So I'm either going to like run away, step one. You're not going to do that, or we can do nothing. See, I think the thing that a lot of people don't realize that they're doing, even indecision is a decision.
Yeah.
You're deciding to do nothing. Well, I don't know what. Well, you're deciding to do nothing, right? And we got to realize that even when we say, I don't know, we're deciding not to take action. So we can either run away from it because we're scared, or we can just do nothing, right?
And the next one that you're about to mention, I think is the most dangerous.
Yeah.
It's the most dangerous. What is it?
Normal action. I'm going to take normal action. Like, I'm going to do something today. I'm going to do something. And why do you feel that's dangerous?
I just think that's because like normal is average.
Yep.
And, if somebody has this big goal that they want to achieve and they're only taking average action, are they really going to get to that point of being incredible? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, average action is not going to get you to that incredible level. You're just going to stay here.
And more
I think
than
that's
likely,
why the massive action is so important. Like, push yourself like you've never been pushed before.
Absolutely.
Get to that point of getting a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, you got to get uncomfortable. And that massive action, I don't want that to scare you. So fourth step is take massive action, right? Number 3 is take normal action. Step 4 is massive action, right? Massive action doesn't have to be like, man, I'm killing myself every day. Massive action can be that you're consistent, that when your alarm goes off, you get vertical and you put your feet on the floor. That's massive action. Normal action, which is the action that most people take, is I hit the alarm and I lay there and I think about whether I want to get up. And then I get up. But how successful are we when we do that? Sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. Sometimes I'm just a little too tired, right? Massive action is, nope, I'm consistent. The alarm goes off, boom, I'm up. I take action immediately. Massive action could be, I'm planning out what I'm doing. I'm not just allowing the day to control me. No, I'm controlling the day. I'm controlling, this is when I have this. Just like we have a schedule here. You guys knew at 12:30 today we were going to be on here. It's been on our calendar, right? It's on our calendar. We're going to be here. As versus, let's just do a live. No, we want you guys to be able to pop on here and ask questions and get into stuff with us, right? So that's massive action. It's that discipline. It's that focus. It's that consistency. It's not, I haven't worked out in 3, 5, 10 years, and I'm going to go set a personal record on my squat. No. Massive action is making the decision to come to the gym and then going to the gym. That's massive action because you're showing up.
I think a lot of people get scared too because I think there is a big misconception with the massive action. I think that a lot of people think that they have to only sleep 2 hours a night or 3 hours a night to be successful. And that's not the case because you wouldn't survive if you only slept 3 hours every night.
I haven't slept since June, since February.
Since Aria was born, you haven't slept.
I haven't slept in the past 2 months. But it's true. It's true.
Like, massive action can be resting your body.
Yeah.
Because you're not gonna you're not going to perform at a high level if you're only sleeping 2 or 3 hours a day every day.
Yeah. Oh, amen.
You know, and I think too, going back to the timeline thing.
Yeah.
You know, when you wake up, let's say you sleep for 6 hours a night.
Yeah.
Well, you got 3/4 of the day left. You got 18 hours.
Yeah.
Like, what are we using those 18 hours for?
Yeah.
Don't think about 24 because you got to sleep.
Yeah.
You got to sleep. You know, that's part of your 24. But from the time you wake up to the time that you lay in bed at night, like, what does that 16, 18, 19 hours look like?
Yeah, I think it really comes down. I think we can sum it up, and I think we do it so well here at Crucible. It is our big phrase of cherish the challenge, right? Massive action is getting out of that comfort zone. If you're feeling comfortable with the decisions you're making and with the actions you're taking today, we're probably not in that massive action. If you need to make 10 phone calls to make a sale, well, I'm going to get uncomfortable and make 15 calls. Like, I don't like doing that, but I'm going to do it. Or maybe you need to make phone calls or whatever it is. Like, if you're drug life, right? If you
gotta stay hydrated, man.
you got to get uncomfortable, right? We got to get that cherish the challenge mindset in there, and that's when you're on that edge of massive action. If we're just doing the same thing over and over and we're comfortable, we're probably in that average, just normal effort.
We're going to get the same results if we keep doing the same stuff.
Yeah, so there we go. So,
love it.
Hey, there's your 3 steps. Go on, create your goals. And we dove deep on that. If yours popping off, be sure to watch this later.
Yep, absolutely.
There's a lot of good stuff.
Big mind-blowing things we just covered.
Mind-blowing. You never heard them before. No, but create your goals, write them down, and take massive action. Life hacks. But again, sometimes it takes somebody telling you all over again to say, like, oh, you know what? I got to do it.
Yep.
I got to do it. So, hey, pipe in any questions that you have. I want to go through here and see what we got going on. Casey, I see you on there, core training. Casey's all about core training. Casey's always messaging about core training. You on here still, Casey? What you want to know about some core training? Any other questions on here? I would love to know what you guys going on. Mandy, yes.
I can get you one.
I just ordered some new ones. I just ordered some new ones there. So
love it.
There we go. What do we got going on? Any questions on yours? Any questions?
I don't see any questions.
Hey, be sure. We love doing this. We love popping on here and doing this Crucible TV with you guys. Be sure. We're going to start getting some highlight videos going out from some of these. But be sure to share these things. If you like these, be sure to share them. Be sure to post comments on here. If you're watching this later, be sure to comment questions on here. We always go through all of them and make sure that we're asking or answering all the questions that you guys have. But, man, this is a way that we can feel like we can shine our light and kind of give even more. So that way, if you're not here in Frederick, if you're not here in Maryland, you can still experience Crucible because we're trying to change the world. Like, we got our spot here, but we're trying to make a bigger impact and dent in this world than just Frederick. So if we can help you in any sort of way, please let us know.
Yep,
comment in, shoot us messages, comment on here, and say, hey, Ryan, Joey, Jesse's, he's with the Mount St. Mary's rugby team right now, but he'll be on here too. Like, I want to know about this. Like, you guys seem to do so awesome at this. I'm struggling with this, whether it's on self-confidence, whether it's on training. We can do some like in the trenches training. Like what are some good workouts to do? Like we can get down to that stuff too. Like we love that. Like let us know what's going to help you best because we want to serve you guys in a big way.
Absolutely.
We can do a special one on baseball with Joey here and talking mindset, talking mechanics, whatever it is that you guys want. We want to serve you in a big way. So be sure that you're sharing that, commenting in. Casey, can't feel my core engaging when doing the breathing. So Casey, she'd asked me about how do you feel your core when you're engaging. And it's a weird one. There's a big fancy word called proprioception. I'm using that because the spelling bee was on. I don't know if you saw that. Eight champions. I don't know how I feel about that. Eight-way
tie.
Eight-way tie.
One was from Maryland.
I saw that. That's the real winner. But I don't know about that.
That's why we wore these shirts today.
Maryland. Kudos to
Cherish the challenge.
Her, him. I'm not sure who it was.
I forget.
But anyways, so she had talked about feeling your core because I think that's one of the fancy buzzwords right now. It's like engage your core, feel your core. And, you know, there might not always be that burn that you feel, right, Casey? So if you're looking for like an intense burn, like you might not always feel it. So if you're doing like a squat, it's that being able to brace. You know, like if he was going to punch me in the stomach, what would you do? Have somebody surprise you and be like, oh, like you naturally brace. Like nobody just kind of like sits there, right? And that's bracing your core. So you might not always be able to just like feel it engaged and burning. We just want to make sure that when you're going through motions like that, we're not getting like the big arches. And if you feel your ribs really flaring, we're probably not engaged. You want to make sure those ribs are nice and flat to the core. So yeah, I know that's something you've been struggling with a lot. I know, because you've messaged quite a bit, and that's awesome. And I always appreciate those messages. I love reaching out and helping. So hopefully that helps. Keep working some of those breathing exercises, but don't overthink it too much either. Don't overthink it too much. I know sometimes you can get like real critical and like, I don't feel this. Like for the longest time, whenever I did bench press when I was first starting out, like my chest wouldn't get sore. Like, and I'm like, I'm doing something wrong, but it just took time for that muscle to build for me to be able to say, oh, I can engage.
Now it gets
that. Now it gets sore. Oh, man.
With our workout the other day.
Oh, man. Steve Weatherford, you're killing me.
Yeah,
I love it. I love it. Get your mind right. So, any other questions? I don't see anything else. Mandy, we'll get some shirts.
Love
Austin,
the vision.
boom.
Love it.
Austin, you want to talk about a kid. That guy, he is changing the world. I'll tell you what, he's got some good stuff coming up. Justin Dominate. Man, I love it. Guys, hey, thank you so much.
Yep.
Any final words or any final comments?
Yeah, that was awesome.
Man.
I always look forward to these.
I love
always
it.
look forward to
I
these.
love Friday at 12:30. So again, be sure to share this, comment on your share. And one of the things I want to start doing is maybe do some like giveaways.
Yeah,
Let's do some giveaways.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to start doing some giveaways on here.
Stuff.
You like giving stuff away? I like giving stuff away. So be sure.
Maybe some sessions, like give away some sessions, some shirts,
Some free,
maybe.
some shirts, some free sessions. Anybody
Free
wants
training?
some free training? You want some free training? I wasn't ready for that.
That's a big
I wasn't ready for that, but we'll do it. We'll do it. I like it.
Free barbells. I don't know.
You great. So, anyways, hey, love you guys. Thank you so much for popping on.
Yep.
Hey,
we appreciate you.
You know we're gonna be next Friday at 12:30.
Right here.
Right here. Love you guys. Have an amazing day.
See ya.
God bless y'all.
26 viewers. That's pretty
We're
good.
still trying to get off.